We are live. So we right back with you, Howlers. We right back.
House over Baz, I'm Ronnie Adams.
And I'm Jacob Casas. And we are live on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Facebook. This episode is called Life Changer. And we have two special guests. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
You first, man.
Man, my name is Miguel de la Rosa, born in Mexico City. I'm not a personal trainer, I'm a life changer.
Hello. How much time I got to introduce myself?
Go ahead, take your time.
I'm just kidding.
Take your time.
Yeah. So I got a cool story. Y'all gonna love this. I was born to a 16-year-old single mom. 16 years old. So my mom got pregnant at 15. Grew up with no dad. Section 8 baby. Government cheese. Dairy. Government. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in the hood in San Diego. Poor as hell. I go to elementary school. I'm all fucked up. I got OCD, ADD. It's about 25 kids on the carpet for nap time. I'm the only cat that don't go to sleep. I'm the only cat that don't listen. I'm moving around, squirming and shit. I'm 39, so they wanted me on drugs and all that shit, to calm my ass down. I never did it. I fast forward a little bit more. 5th grade, 6th grade, we taking like state test. I'm like the slowest fucking kid. I got the worst test in the whole classroom. I'm thinking I'm fucked up. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with me and shit? I can't pay attention, can't even read and shit. Became an athlete in 6th, 7th grade, 5th, 6th grade. Played football, wrestled, excelled in that. Was pretty decent football player. Was the hardest hitter on my team. We used to like to lynch motherfuckers. Became captain on my wrestling team. But I said I'm 39, so that means I'm born in '84.
80s babies are the
Y'all 80 babies,
we
right?
win.
Yeah. We about the same age. Okay. So when I grew up in San Diego on the West Coast, my mentors were Pac, Snoop, Big, American Me, Blood In, Blood Out, Don't Be a motherfuckers want to be like O-Dog and shit, right?
Yeah.
So now, by the time I'm 15, I'm khaki suit, chucked up, Cortez, Ben Davis. I'm hanging out with the low
I had a Louis Vuitton Don. So.
This shit fake. I got to have to swap me yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So
You khakied up.
dog, that's how we were, and by the time I'm like 15, 16, there's more to the story, and I want to get into it. By
Take your time.
By the time I'm 15, 16, I'm walking to high school as a 2-time felon. Got felonies. I ain't doing no, I done stole some shit. Like, we walking around jacking fools. We walking around going to people's cribs. That shit ain't cool.
No, you're just talking about where you started.
Right.
And we cool with that. That's what they need to hear. They need to hear the beginning.
Yeah, and
They
where you came, where you're at now.
Where you came from.
Yeah.
So let's keep it rolling. You good.
Okay. So I'm such a knucklehead. I'm like in and out of juvenile hall. I'm like 16. I got a little ankle bracelet now. I'm like, cool, I'm wearing shorts today, so everybody can see my fucking ankle bracelet. And I'm gonna sit on the end of the aisle so everybody can see my fucking ankle. Like that. We were just really, doing that, living that, right? I was never a bad dude. Like, even though I had no dad and shit like that.
You had a good heart.
I was doing the shit, I didn't feel good about it. We went to the dude's crib and we strapped up, and the dude's screaming, and we fleeing the scene. I'm like,
But you had a conscience. You had things going on in your head.
this ain't it. This ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I exited high school. It was one of those things for me. I'm like 17, 18. I'm fucking up in school. I'm missing wrestling practice because I'm doing some bullshit. I'm in and out of jail. I barely made it my senior year after the next semester, and basically I'm walking out of school and my mom's just like, you ain't gonna do shit, you ain't gonna be shit. When you turn 18, get the fuck out of my house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on some, like, Boys in the Hood type of shit.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of how I grew up, man. And I can keep going, but in my 20s, I struggled. Paycheck to paycheck. I paid rent late 1 year, 6 months straight. Grown-ass man, 25 years old. The landlord coming knock on the door. And I'm hiding. I go in my closet. Like, I go hide in my fucking closet, and in about 30 minutes, I come out and I look out the blinds, and is he gone? Is he? Diana, we can come outside now. So that's how I grew up, man. Just a fucking knucklehead kid trying to figure it out. But I was always on some entrepreneurship. I used to sell candy, So yeah. So we can get in all that, but that's how I grew up.
Yeah, that's an awesome story.
And what about you? How'd you grow up?
Man, I was, like I said, I was born in Mexico City at the age of 11. Like, my mom passed away from cancer. So I always been like an ambitious guy, right? I always been ambitious. I always been a go-getter. I always been like, like a kid. Whatever I wanted, I would go get it, right? But my mom passing away kind of marked my life, because at the age of 13, after my mom passed away, everybody scattered. I'm the youngest of 7, right? I was born in '89. Right, so I'm still in the 80s, baby.
You still in the 80s, baby.
He barely made it. He barely made the club.
But I'm still in the 80s. But yeah, man. So like, when my mom passed away, my mom, it was a really, really hard time for me. 11 years old, my mom passing away. My mom had a rough time with my brothers. I have 2 older brothers. One of my brothers was really into drugs and stuff like that. So like, the last 2 months of my mom being in cancer, knowing she was gonna die, she was always telling my family, like, hey man, I'm worried about my youngest. That's the only one that I'm really like living, here in the world, and I don't want him to be in drugs. I don't want him to be, following the ways of my other sons. And so, like, 5 days before she passed away, I went in there and I just kind of promised her to, like, hey, I'm gonna be successful, mom, and you can go in peace. You can R.I.P. and I'm gonna be okay.
Hell of a
so
story.
yeah. So the age of 13, my dad, me and my dad crossed the border. 12 hours walking in the desert illegally, and in Arizona. And man, for me it was a movie. For me it was a dream. It was the American dream. I didn't give up. They got me one time. The border patrol, they got me one time. Boom, back to Mexico. But I said, Dad, I was like, yo, we gotta do it again. And
Are you legal now?
I'm legal now.
I'm
legal now.
I got a question for you.
Yeah,
I don't
go
want
ahead,
to interrupt your story.
No, go ahead.
When you said you was 13 years old.
Yeah.
Did you know it was a purpose at that moment and at that time? Did Dad talk to you, or did you?
Bro, the only
what was
thing,
what was going through your head?
So that's
You say American dream now, but did
yeah.
you think about that when you was 13?
So here's the thing, bro. Like, remember, I'm the youngest of 7, so I got nephews and nieces that are older than me, right? So they were here already, and I would talk to them on the phone with them, and they would tell me, "Yo, dude, here is a movie. It's freedom, and the streets are clean." I remember that.
Yeah,
I was like, "Hey,"
You're like, damn, streets are
I'm like,
clean. I didn't go there.
Yeah.
So in my eyes, like, dude, I would watch movies, right? When I was in Mexico, I would watch movies. Like, I would watch like all the movies, like Toy Story, things like that, Fast and the Furious, all that shit. And I was like, damn, like, what is it being over there, right? So when we took the decision of going to America, bro, it was like, to me, there was no option. I was like, I gotta get there.
Right.
I gotta get there, right? And so, like, me walking through the desert, we had it was so crazy, bro. It was.
You can imagine
really
everything
movie,
that
bro.
you've been.
It was a movie, like me walking around, in the desert, and I got stepped on a cactus. So like for 5 hours, the last 5 hours, I was on one leg, and my dad, 5 months before us crossing, he got shot in the knee in Mexico City.
Yeah.
So we were, but it was a mindset. It was a mindset. It was our.
Can't go through this damn desert.
So so the grind started for you guys early. The hustle mentality and something has to get done at an early age for you guys.
Yeah, let me speak on that. I want to say something real quick. Your energy is different. We were in LA, we're in Beverly Hills, we're on fucking television network and all this. Y'all on, even you out right here calm. Y'all some high level motherfuckers. Listen, I know a fucking lion and a wolf when I see one.
Right.
Like real talk. No matter how courteous and kind you are, come on in, Mike, Miguel. I just want to acknowledge y'all.
We appreciate
I'm telling you 100%.
And we watch a lot of podcasts and we see all that stuff. And honestly, I think there were some times for some wolves to start a podcast because there's a lot of weak dudes talking. And it's like, what's going on here, man? Why is there no real people talking?
That's what I'm saying.
And that's when we started saying, it's time, dude. Like we didn't even think we were going to even do anything with it. We just wanted to put our words out there.
Yeah.
And it just started resonating.
An opportunity for other people too.
But I don't think, and I want to marinate real quick on starting off early. But you're Latino.
Yeah.
Mexican. Where are your family from?
Well, I'm all mixed up. So my mom's half white, half Mexican.
Okay, so.
And her dad was from TJ.
Okay.
And then my dad, we just found out his family's like from Spain, and the other side's for like Native American.
Yeah, of course.
So we're just all mixed up, man.
But I want to say something so beautiful. So I grew up with a lot of brothers and sisters, but I grew up with a lot of Mexicans too. There ain't nobody that looked like you on the podcast right on some entrepreneur success type of shit. So when I looked up, I used to work at Grant Cardone's office. When I looked up, it was Eric Thomas was awesome, Tony Robbins is dope, Gary Vee. But I was like, there was really nobody that kind of like came where I came from that is actually out there talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to go grab Grant, but Grant's I used to work at his office. But at the time, that was a 6-year-old middle-aged white dude from Louisiana, and that's the cat So I just want to acknowledge y'all real quick, because y'all...
Hey, good looking out.
we
appreciate it.
Well, we like people coming in, too. We can, like, relate with them.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, these guys are grinding. They're pushing hard.
Yeah.
They came from the gutter. They came from, like,
Yeah.
the bad parts of the area.
Yeah.
I had to walk miles just to get here. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
People don't understand that kind of struggle. They're spoon-fed, especially people nowadays. They don't even get it, dude.
It's wild.
And there's not even hardly any real gangsters out there, so they don't even see that kind of the side. You know what I mean? Everybody's, like, spoon-fed.
No, it's time to wake up.
Yeah, it is.
It's time to wake up.
They're just teaching you all this weird stuff out here now, man. It's like, nah, we're
And
gonna
to show these people, no matter where you come from, it's still possible to be successful. You know what I mean? Guaranteed.
It don't matter where you come from.
Right.
They gotta be a rapper. They go. It don't matter where you came from. It matter where you going.
Right.
It don't matter where you come from.
Right.
We brought an Ivy League student over here that grew up from the gutter.
Okay.
He got accepted to 12 colleges.
Yeah, smart
Yale,
shit.
Columbia,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that stuff,
yeah.
man. I mean, we're trying
No
to bring
shit.
people in here that came
love
from
that.
and that is showing what they're doing, like how they're pushing and moving, and that's what we like, man.
I ain't never heard someone put a platform for a person going to Ivy League that came from nothing. I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah, it was.
I ain't never heard.
We didn't either.
I ain't
We're like,
never.
let's get them on.
But people got to hear that story.
Right.
This
Right.
cat Ivy League.
Right.
Y'all's Ivy League. Shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you talking
Hey, we got to tell the people more about. I'm gonna just say something real quick.
Yeah.
Millionaire closer,
Yeah.
CEO, life changer, Arizona, San Diego, all together connected.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell them like this, man. I ain't trying to flex too hard, but I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Flex, that's what this is all about,
I ain't
dude.
never had nothing.
Hey, did you flex at the gym?
Of
Flex
course.
right now, dude. Flex.
We need to know the real you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They need to know the real you.
So I 18, 19, sleeping in my car, looking at the moon, praying to God, believing Jesus Christ. Why my life so hard? Why mama don't love me? How come my everything is so bad? Why I got a new car and my head gasket got blown out and there was no warranty? Why the problem? To go from that, and we'll fast forward just a little bit, and we can talk about the story. Man, like I said, man, we done made Inc. 5000 this year. Listen, I don't know how many motherfuckers you know that look like me. You can go to Inc. 5000, which is a publication that recognizes privately owned companies. This is one of my business partners. I'm personally one of the fastest growing CEOs in all America, 332. I done bought more supercars than anybody in San Diego in the last 18 months, according to Lamborghini of La Jolla. And that don't mean I'm a good dad, that don't mean I'm a good husband, I'm just talking about some of the success I've had. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker became a real estate investor.
And congratulations on your
Yes.
success.
And you know what,
Thank you,
though?
man.
A lot of that wouldn't mean nothing if you didn't tell me where you came from. 'Cause
No.
that's right. You hear this from so many, like,
Right.
people that just came up with money. They already had money.
Right.
But people that come up and that's moving and pushing hard. And you were saying, man, you were like in the car crying, thinking about all that stuff. And then you're like, man, now look what you're doing. Buying
you, bro.
supercars. That means it's a huge thing, man.
Yeah, just
you know?
So they money don't buy happiness. Man, being broke don't buy happiness, bitch.
Right.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Going into an everyday job for this, do the exact same thing every single day doesn't buy happiness.
Well, we went to the Ritz-Carlton from LA. We just came from LA. We just came from the Ritz-Carlton. I'm bragging and shit. I'm telling my man right here, like, hey man, we got the suite, homie. It's $1,600 a night. He came from Arizona. I'm gassing everybody. Hey man, we in the Ritz-Carlton. I'm telling my wife, we in the Ritz-Carlton. I told these motherfuckers, give me a suite, $1,600 a night. We gonna be on TikTok and viral.
Right.
We went in the fucking room. That should look like a Hotel 6 with one little thing half the size of this.
We got to do better out here.
I said, nah. I done told everybody on Facebook and Instagram. I said, fuck this. I called the dude at the front. I said, bro, this ain't gonna work. I need your best fucking room. best room's $3,500 a night, sir. I said, man, stop fucking playing me. Hit my credit card. So, but it's just, that's just stupid. But it's just like freedom, it's access. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Let's talk more about, as you say, finances.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about. You want to start first?
Well, man, last thing I'm gonna say, because y'all alone.
No, do your thing.
I appreciate that.
Fuck with
man.
y'all, man. Let me tell you.
Appreciate that.
That's what's that.
Real talk. You my people, so.
That's good looking,
Don't
man.
ever come to San Diego without hitting me, man.
Hey, that's for sure.
If you don't want no steak dinner or.
That's for sure.
Okay, that's it.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
So there's like a list of howler qualities that we look for in people.
Right.
And we always want to hit the list and get your guys' personal opinions on that list, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing that we go towards is there's always a foundation, right? That builds you.
Yep.
And right off the bat, it's God-fearing. To me, an ultimate howler, someone that's moving, has to be God-fearing, right?
I agree.
So for you now, right,
Yeah.
Mike? So how do you feel God-fearing is? Where is God in your life in this journey that you're on?
Yeah, so I believe in mind, body, and spirit. So mind is like, the easy one's the body. That's me right now. That's me touching this phone. That's me walking to this back room. It's like a car. The mind is like a computer chip. And the computer takes information, whether it's bullshit information or good information. So the computer tries to make sense of the world around you. When I see y'all, hey, welcome in, smile, I'm like, okay, that's an indicator of good people, like it's safe to proceed. Or the girl waving at me at the club, I'm like, okay, let me go ask her for a dance when I'm single. Now, I don't believe I'm organs and meat. I believe there's something higher, the spirituality. And I believe that just like everybody in this room, everybody watching, I feel like we're perfect. But what happens is we go through life and get bullshit and motherfuckers cheating on us and left us and you can't do shit and be shit. I believe that's who we really are is a spiritual being. That's what I believe. And I believe there's a creator. I believe in Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't be at church every weekend, but I felt it, man. I know everybody in this room feeling this because we talk about God right now. I remember being in juvenile hall, 17 now, I'm about to be 18. I'm done. And sometimes when you're there, you got a lot of time. Start reading the Bible. Now you get out, you go to church. I remember going to church, fresh out of juvenile hall that weekend, and I collapsed to my knees, and I walk in the church, and it's like an electricity and emotion going through my body that you can't explain. It's just like and they call it the Holy Spirit. So for me, to me, God is you're gonna, whoever your God is, you're gonna have to find him or her. Whoever your God is, whether you're Muslim, Buddhist,
That's good.
Catholic, whatever,
That's
you're gonna
good.
have to find your God.
Well, I feel like every real, to be honest, dude, every real ultimate howler, at some point, God has brought him to his knees. Right?
said that,
At some point,
Right.
like, just like you were saying that he did for you. So that makes a lot of sense. I mean, because that's what we hear a lot of people that we brought in. The Ivy League student, you would think he doesn't even believe in God, right? He's going to an Ivy League school.
Yeah.
There's nothing about God over there,
Yeah.
and God brought him to his knees, a young kid.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's why we love bringing different people in.
Yeah.
So what does that mean to you, being a God-fearing person?
Bro, like, I'm gonna keep it so real. Like, dude, I have a couple of experiences when it comes down to God, because, like, I was born in September 29, 1989. And if you look at, I was raised Catholic, right? And back in the day in Mexico, bro, like, no matter what day, like, you were born, they had a little calendar. I don't know for the Mexican culture, right? They had like the calendar that they give you at the carniceria because you bought like 1 pound of meat, and then they give you a little calendar at the beginning of the year. So everybody would hang it on their house, right? And they'll have the pages of the calendar. And every single day of the year, they had a name for the year, like whatever it was, right? So like September 29 and the Catholic and the church is Michelangelo. And my name in Spanish is Miguel Angel, right? So when I go and search my name, Miguel Angel, right? It says the power of God. That was the angel that defeated the devil, big time, right?
Cast him down to earth.
Exactly. So then that was the first hit, right? So let me kind of like tell you a little experience that I had right back. This is probably like 3 years ago, man. Like I was going on a different route, a little trapping, you know, back in the scene. You know, I was trapping. I'm gonna keep it real. You know, no, I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
Life changing.
Yeah, life changing, man. But you know, you live, you learn. You know, you feel me? And I was going heavy. You know. And my sister was an alcoholic for 25 years, and then she started going to church, and she started kind of like being more connected with God and stuff like that, right? And she lives in Mexico City, and I'm over here in Arizona, right? And one day, she called me, scared, right? She's like, "Yo, Miguel, can I talk to you for a minute?" And I was like, "Yo, yeah, go ahead." He's like, "Yo, brother," he's like, "I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what's going on, but I went to church. I spent 4 hours there because there was an event. When I was praying and I connected with God, there's the boys that told me, call your brother and tell him to stop selling that shit." Just like that. So I just want to call you and I want to tell you, hey, whatever you're doing, I got a sign that told me to stop doing what you're doing. Bro, I said, hey, I gotta call you later. Bro, the signs of God, it's crazy, man. I respect that. I respect him. He's everything to me. I go to church now. Like I try to go to church. Every time I go to church, I cry. I feel him. I feel him every time. I connect with him. And he's my guidance, man.
So you had a warning to stop, doing whatever you were doing at that moment. So did you think twice? And after when you thought twice, did you think about like, what am I going to do now? This is where I get my bread. This is where I get my money from. What was you thinking, like?
Bro, I like, to be honest, bro. It was like there was no option for me.
Damn. So you didn't even care about that?
No, like there was no option, bro. And like I'm a man of my word. You feel me?
So and warning comes before destruction too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
true.
like,
That's real.
Yeah. So like when I was going through that shit, dude, like I was like, yo, bro, like I was a middleman. I never touched shit. You feel me? Like,
let me speak on something.
You feel me?
Let me speak on something.
I let go of everything. Let go. I didn't
walked
give a
away.
fuck. I walked away.
Cold turkey.
I'm like, yo, bro, like I'm done.
So it's possible. It's possible
to
walk away when you're making all that bread out there in the streets.
Yeah, bro. I was making like 10 G's. I was making like 10 G's a week. Had a Maserati and a Corvette. You feel me? Like, and I was 25.
You
feel me?
He feels you.
Yeah.
He feels you.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
So, but God is powerful, man. God's powerful.
Definitely, 100%.
He's everything to me.
Definitely.
So peep game. So there's a little thing with Eddie Griffin, comedian, and some random ass person put the camera in his face. Hey, you believe in God? He's like, yeah. He's so smooth with it. Yeah, sweetie, God's all around us. Look at that tree right there. He's like, if I want to go pick off this little leaf, and I get the little leaf, and I put up the thing, and you see the sunlight through it, you'll see all the little veins. Everything's perfect. Everything's exactly the way it's supposed to be. God is here. God's around us. God's in me. So just think about this shit. Okay, we play a video game. We play Grand Theft Auto. We're too old for video games right now, but there's certain laws and principles that if you do this and do that, you drive too crazy, the police come. He from Arizona. If we took an Arizona plant and put it in Denver, Colorado for the winter, that shit can't grow. Like, sometimes this shit don't make sense, this thing called life, and you're like, why did this happen? Why did my family member get sick? Why did that person get in a car accident? Why? But when you stop and look at it, everything is fucking perfect.
Do that, yes.
It's exactly where it's supposed to
Say
fucking
that.
be.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So people, I've been asked, like, do you think there's a God? I said, who created all this shit? Like who created? It's perfect.
Everything is perfect.
It's exactly how it just came out of nowhere.
Right.
It came from a thought, a postulate. All this shit, everything, this podcast, everything's I got some game from a cat. I know. These cats do real money. I'm talking about like north of 9 figures. Damn. And he gave me some game. He said, Mike, that everything in the universe is a thought. He said, you know, when you had a kid and your wife. You seen her across the room 14 years ago. You like that little pretty girl. You're gonna walk up to her, ask her out. Everything's a thought. He said, he fucked me up one day. He said, you know the meteors in space, a meteor just flying through the space that been fucking flying for the last 20, 30 billion years. He said that was a thought from something. the fucking media, like the sun. That was a thought. Like somebody created all this shit.
Yeah,
bro.
that's deep.
Somebody
Dang,
created.
that's
Yeah.
actually really dope.
Yeah.
You feel me? Ain't none of this
Yeah.
shit random, bro.
Dang.
Ain't none of this shit random.
Right.
Nah,
So-
it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's powerful.
We want to go to the next question now,
Yeah.
though. So this question, I like this one a lot. So we're all men here, number one, right?
That's right.
So leadership, right? Leadership's a big one because no matter what, every man, no matter what, it's in their gene to be a leader, no matter what. Because at some point they're gonna have a family. If they have a family, they're at least the leader of their family.
Guarantee it.
Right? So every man at some point has to be a leader.
Yeah.
So being a leader, what does a leader mean to you, Mike?
Shit, man, I'm gonna say some shit. I bet you have nobody told you guys this on this podcast. I know a lot about leadership. I studied leadership in college. I got 160 credits. Went to National University. Okay, I'm gonna answer the question, but I was always the weird cat in the neighborhood. 3rd, 4th grade, I'm like, hey, what are y'all doing? Nothing. Everybody get up. We're gonna go to the canyon and go through rocks. And now 6 kids follow me to the canyon and go through rocks. Hey, what are y'all doing? Nothing. Okay, we're gonna go play tag in doorbell ditch. And now all 12 of these motherfuckers. Like I was always intrigued by the concept of fucking leadership. That's why I studied it. Okay, so leadership is this. I can give you one fucking word, which is leadership. I know about this shit. Leadership is influence. Leadership is influence, and influence is leadership. Leadership don't come with no title. It don't come with the badge. I'm the manager. I got promoted. I'm the manager. What you gotta understand is leadership is informal, whereas management is formal. I'm the manager. Yeah, you manage, motherfucker. But a leader could be an entry level person that just started today. A leader could be the new intern that just started yesterday, and he or she brought in donuts and knew everybody's name, and they brought the donuts and the coffee, and they're like, man, I like the new girl Jessica at the front desk. She cool as shit, huh? And now she influencing us. So leadership is a person that can influence. And if you're a good leader, it's a person that can influence change. But there's also bad leaders. Adolf Hitler, he's like one of the best examples. But he had all these motherfuckers saying, we're going to go here and there. It's a person that can say, hey, this is where we're at. This is where we're going. We're about to influence. We've got to create some change. So that's what leadership is. For me, though, I got 100 people on my team. One of my teams. Miguel got his own business, too. He got his own. I got 100 motherfuckers on my team, give or take, depending on the day of the week. I gotta be able to influence 100 motherfuckers, and they out the fucking office right now making calls and setting appointments, and I'm out here having a good ass time with y'all, everybody in the room talking shit, and they still gotta be able to lead and follow. You ain't ever met one person that's big, and if we talking about paper, you ain't ever met one person that's big that done it by themselves.
Right.
It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta build, like I used to go to the network marketing events. I never signed up, but I used to go. It'd be the chick and the husband on stage. Now we got more time with Billy, and we can go to soccer practice. And you hear stories about homegirl making $120,000 last month.
Right.
Meanwhile, she got 6,000 people in her downline.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like influence, man. Influence. So that's it. I can keep going, but
No, that's good, man. That was deep, actually.
Yeah, and good teaching for them.
And the way you explained it was perfect.
Yeah,
On
good
point.
teaching for them.
Yeah. So in my philosophy, I mean, this guy is like, he's my brother, he's my mentor, he's my business partner, he's the one that I look up to. And leadership for me is to become a leader, you got to become the best follower.
Okay, we gotta pause on that one.
I love that.
Speak on that.
So for me,
shit.
leadership is becoming the best follower.
That's
You
real.
know, and I every time I go to San Diego, every time I'm there, I'm in proximity.
Yes.
I'm in proximity.
Yes.
And I know that I'm a really, really, really good follower. I'm a really good follower. That makes me a great leader.
Hey, hold on. I'm sorry. That just gave me the chills. That just gave me the chills.
I love that one.
I believe that.
And not one person has said what you just said
Yes.
when we asked them that question.
No, the best leaders make the best followers.
Yes.
Okay, so look.
Because you tuned in and you ready.
No, I hate to hog this fucking mic, man.
No, do that. Do that.
Go ahead, bro.
Dog, I'm gonna start rapping in a second.
Get it.
Okay. You know, I'm gonna start rapping like Shine Poe. You know, this rap. This is laundry now, motherfuckers.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Hey, but I just electricity went through my body.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
what I mean? How you gonna be great? You know what I mean? And you're not ready to follow.
You have to be the best follower.
Yes.
You have to be the best follower.
He said best follower, not just a good follower, but you got to be the best.
follower.
If you're a leader.
Yes.
If you're a leader, you got to be the best follower.
Yes, sir.
So
You got to come you got to come everywhere you go. You got to come with an open mind.
Yes.
Open mind to be able to learn.
Yes.
To be able to learn. To
Definitely.
be able to learn. To be able to catch that one piece
So you don't
of
miss it.
information.
Yes.
Nobody else caught.
That nobody else caught.
That stuck to
It
you.
might have seemed so
10,
small to
20,
everybody else.
Yes.
$100 million.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
Because a lot of people miss. It might be something that didn't even make sense to anybody else, or even sounded ridiculous, but you caught it.
Hey,
and then you build off.
Get ready to smile, but you gotta be SpongeBob.
right.
You gotta be sponged.
Right,
You gotta
right.
absorb.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You gotta absorb all the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Go
shit.
ahead, baby.
Yeah, so I'm so weird. So we got a CEO in our company, John Pena. He's been with me almost 10 years. And if John Pena got some shit going on in his life, like he about to be a dad for the first time, and it's the baby shower. I'm like, okay, cool. I got 100 people on my team. I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna get the RSVP. I'm gonna get my wife behind it. Like it's like my instinct to just go support that initiative. John Pena might say, oh, we got a new product that we want. I'm the one that's gonna push it harder than anybody. But on the organization board, I'm above him. I'm the founder. I got a kid who just moved here from Texas. I got a kid that just moved here from fucking Philly, and he's trying to go move to this skyrise in downtown San Diego. I'm gonna go meet the real estate agent. I don't be doing bullshit for everybody, but I'm the one pushing the envelope the most. So for me, I get seen by north of 1 million people a month. You know, we paid a lot of Facebook ads and Instagram ads. We got a couple viral videos. I've been on certain podcasts. I've been seen by I get seen about 3-4 million.
Nice.
So guess what? I told Miguel, I said, hey fam, me and him got a new business. I said, bro, I say some crazy shit. I said, man, here's a bar by 50 Cent, and 50 Cent go like this: when I made 40 mil, M got paid. When I made 50 mil, Dre got paid. When I made 60 mil, Jimmy got paid. I said, and he go like this: life is made. I don't even have to rap no more. I'm so rich, I don't even have to rap. I said, he's talking about he don't got to go shake his ass for people to throw money at him. He a business now. He went from an artist to a businessman. So for me, I'm always on I be on 2-3 podcasts every single week. But don't get it fucked up. When I get on, we entertaining. We out here showing. We out here vibing out. We out here swagging the fuck.
Right.
So guess what? I said, Miguel, we're gonna go on a tour on Wednesday and Thursday. You're going to go on all the podcasts. He was on a podcast yesterday. He was on a podcast today. He was on a television today. This motherfucker hogging the mic, the camera so damn much. That's why y'all only see. I said, fuck this shit. Let me get some
of this live.
Let me get some of this live. But what's the point? I'm supposed to be a man of 100 people. I'm like, I move out the lane, and I said, the best leaders make the best followers. Miguel, I'm behind you. And we go to the television. She's like, let me talk to your manager. And I'm just like, he's so amazing. He's so awesome. And meanwhile, I'm an artist. So just to the point, man. I can't be the motherfucker just acting like I'm. The best leaders make the best followers. Good point, Miguel.
Yes.
But just so you know, you're on the best podcast right now, though.
This is the best podcast.
It ain't gonna beat this.
Hey, this is the
one.
best podcast I ever been on. Sorry, Brandon Boyd.
Appreciate that.
We was on the Wallow Gilly joint. We was on the Ash Cash. $1 million worth of game. Fucking
$1 million worth of game. You was on there.
Shit, I'm on the Chris Brown episode.
That's what's up.
That's dope, dude.
I like this one though.
I appreciate that,
I
man.
like this
Really,
one.
really.
Appreciate it.
You want to hit the next one?
Yeah. So let's talk about
This is a good one.
courage. We gonna talk about courage.
Being courageous.
Yeah.
So, we always say this. I mean, in order to be courageous, you have to fight fear.
Guarantee it.
So, I mean, I want to know. Actually, this would be the best one. So, each one of you hit your spot where you had to be maybe the most courageous you have ever been
in your life, like
ever.
When you thought it was over.
Yeah.
And so you had to overcome this massive amount of fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And wanted to give up.
So that's what courage is. You knowing that there's a fear of danger, and you still go towards it regardless of the circumstances. And as people, we don't want to go through that shit. As people and as a living organism, we want to survive. There's a little bird outside. Walk at the bird. The bird's gonna fly away because it's like, don't kill me, don't eat me. So the single homie at the club don't want to go to the pretty girl because if she say no or she rejects him, he's gonna look like an idiot to his homies, and he don't want that because there's fear there. So what we do is we avoid fear. We don't do cold showers. We don't go to the gym at 5 a.m. We don't. It's fear. And motherfuckers got to go through the fear, because on the other side of the fear is success. If you go through that, yeah.
Beautiful.
Y'all caught that? He said most people want to avoid fear.
No, that's how we programmed. That's how we programmed. We gonna put. I had a kid pull up on me at the gym 2 days ago. We ran 5 miles and shit, and 2 miles in, he's like, "I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna go lift some weights." I'm like, "No, you're not. You pulled up on my ass. You're not a director. You come to the big table. I'm not gonna let you fucking quit."
Put your big boy pants on.
You didn't. He came from downtown. I live in Del Mar, which is like the rich white area now, where I live. And I was like, you didn't fucking drive 30 minutes to come lift weights. You came here to get proximity. Get your ass on the fucking thing. Stop playing. Stop quitting. I had to break him from fucking habits of quitting all the damn time. So you got to go towards the fear.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, one of the biggest fears I went through, I was in corporate. I was killing it. Everybody like, is it 5 o'clock yet? I can't believe it's not Friday. It's Monday. So I was just whooping the shit out of lazy people. I was killing it. Broke every record. Best of the best every 6 months. Promotion, pay raise, every 6. So I went to GC's office. And I went to Grant's office. When I went to Grant's office, I was in a weird spot. I was like the shit in high school, but I went to the big college, and I'm like 6th string quarterback. And it was hard for me to deal with. I wanted, over 10 years ago now, I wanted to fucking quit. My wife used to call, I went to Miami. My wife's still in San Diego. I told her, let me go figure this out, then I'll bring over the whole fam. And she getting me through every night. Like, Diane, it's so hard. These people are so skilled. They got so much experience. And I'm already like a grown ass man, big cat in the neighborhood. I went over there and I got my ass whooped. And I had fear. I had fucking fear. I was like a fucking 30-year-old, damn near crying, but I just kept showing up. That's the first rule of success, by the way, show up.
Yes.
So that's
yes.
what I know, man.
Just show up.
That was great, man.
Show up, man.
Just show up.
It's hard to go to the gym at 5 a.m. It's hard to go to that pretty girl.
Even if
Go,
you fear,
motherfucker, you ain't gonna die.
Right.
That's the game. You ain't gonna
You're die.
I promise. She said no. You gotta. Who gives a fuck? You ain't gonna die. Keep going. Shit.
That's an 80s philosophy.
Yes.
Right?
Hey, she said no.
Who gives a
Hey,
fuck?
who
do
cares?
not care. That's you just barely
Keep
made
going.
it.
Find another one.
You ain't gonna die, man.
Yeah.
What about for you?
Man, so for me, look, this is my philosophy behind it. Fear is the number one crusher of dreams.
That's real.
And courage is the door of opportunity. That's my philosophy behind it. Fear, fake evidence appearing real.
Right. Right.
Right? Things being scared of something that hasn't happened yet. Right?
You don't even know the outcome
You
of
don't
what's
even know
about
the
to
outcome.
happen.
And you're already like chicken out.
Right.
Right?
the bar.
And you're because you got fear, something that hasn't happened yet, you take yourself out of the equation. And now you're like you don't even know what could have happened.
Right.
Right? But when you have courage, you open doors for opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I was like yesterday, 5 hours into LA. I'm from Arizona, right? I've been in downtown LA. This was my first time, right? 5 hours into Arizona, I get a call, and they say, "Hey, you want to be live TV?" And I said, "Dude, you know what I felt right away? I was like, damn, I never been in fucking TV, bro."
Right.
I got fear, right? And that's the first shit that I thought about.
Right.
I was like, dude, this is my dream. This is what I've been waiting for.
Definitely.
Right? Being in front of fucking TV.
Yeah.
So I had to have courage to face something that is frightening.
Right now, courage.
Right now,
Before
I
you
gotta
get there.
courage.
Yes.
I have to face something that is, it's fear. That fear, I have to turn it over, and I have to go and confront, and face it, and then fucking go through it. Because when you go through it, right, you're gonna open a door of opportunity.
Right.
Now I went, crushed the program, everybody happy, the girl said, "Hey, I want you here every 2 weeks."
Yep.
Dang.
You feel me? So
Yes.
now there's a door of opportunity.
Right.
Wow,
So
that's great.
that
Now
for
he's
me,
That's
now he's
impressive.
the fitness voice of LA for Latin America.
Latin America.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
No,
Congratulations.
just-
That's killer.
And they
man.
loved his ass.
Congratulations.
They're like touching you part when they talk to you.
Kissing every cheek and shit.
He just eating it up.
They love his ass.
Howling.
He like more money for the family. More money for the family.
For real.
That's a winner.
Yeah, that's my.
I got 60 seconds. If you ever feel the fear and courage, that knows you touching on that good shit. You got to get uncomfortable. You got to face the fear. And the bar is this. The girls over there, a minute. Should I not? I don't know. What do you think? Within 1 second, the fear attack it.
Yeah.
So take time out of the shit. Go ask the motherfucker out. Go on the live television. Go fucking that direction. Go take the cold. It's a cold shower, man. It's 5 minutes. Just go. Just fucking go.
Face your fear.
Yeah, I started taking cold showers recently to get uncomfortable. Now it's normal. So I need to go find the next fucking thing to get me uncomfortable. You know, I met a cat worth $500 million. My wife recently. This motherfucker high level. Real talk. Well, you know, I'm about to go meet him, about to go close a big ass deal. My wife's like, you nervous? I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Motherfuckers was nervous. I had to go there. Mm-hmm. It sucks. But I'm like, fuck it. There's all the smoke. Pew!
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, and like, people like, I'm going to say, people like us, I don't even care, I'm going to say, people like us, fear is different for us. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people, our fear is at a different level.
That's real.
You know what I mean? It is what it is.
That's
you know
real.
I mean?
That's like.
I mean, I did mixed martial arts most of my life, and no matter how badass you are, the best fighters in the world feel fear when they walk in, as they're about to fight.
That's crazy.
So it doesn't even matter. Like you're always fear's gonna be there. It's what you do with that fear. You know what I mean? So I understand that when you're telling me you're about to close a big deal and feel that's a different kind of fear, though. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's a howler fear.
Hello.
You know what I mean?
Hello.
So you want to hit the next one?
Let's get on to self-sacrificing.
Okay.
Damn.
Let's get off.
Listen, here's the bar. You're gonna have to give up something in order to get the next. That could be smoking weed. That could be time with your kids. That could be fucking your sleep. That could be alcohol. That could be what.
Sure. What about giving up yourself?
Dog, you're gonna have to.
That's what you're basically doing. You give up yourself.
You're gonna have to give up yourself. Listen,
He said whether it's alcohol,
whatever. You're gonna have to give up something.
Yes, come on, talk to him about it.
I learned that from a billionaire. Okay, so I'll be at the office 6 days a week. I would say 7 days a week, 2 weekends out of the month. Okay. I'm a dad. I'm a girl dad. My whole crib is girls. I got a 12-year-old girl. I got a 2.5-year-old baby. I got a new baby on the way. Going to be born in October. Okay. I love hanging out with my daughters. I love hanging out with my wife. I want to go home and wrestle my daughter Aria. I'm doing jiu-jitsu and shit, like I know something, I'm trying to figure it out and shit. I want to go do that, but then right now, we have a good ass time, 100%. I didn't eat dinner with my wife and my kids. It's very important for me to eat dinner with my wife and kids. We're sacrificing. So in the very beginning, me and my wife never had no shit. I had to kind of get her on the same page because I didn't come home and you ain't giving the attention. You're not there. It's because the motherfucker's becoming a different person. So I had to get her on the same page. I said, Diana, the reason why we're doing this, the reason why I'm doing this shit is that I'm making sacrifices. So tomorrow, in the next 5 years, I got nothing but time for y'all. I'm gonna sacrifice everything. So the next few years, when we got our fucking portfolio popping, our cash flow, real estate, a motherfucker don't gotta work for no more money, I got nothing but time. So I'm gonna sacrifice everything. My happiness, my comfort level, I'm gonna sacrifice time with my kids. So tomorrow, we got nothing but time and freedom for each other, and our kids and grandkids and great-great-grandkids ain't never gonna go through what the fuck you went through. And when you had to come over here from Mexico with your mom in the stomach, just like Miguel, and I never have to go fucking sleep in the car for my kids again. That's what we do. She's like, that makes sense.
So she understood that from the beginning?
It took a while, though.
Okay.
I had to work on it.
Right.
I had to work, because I was...
And that's self-sacrificing while you're working on it. Because you have to still help her believe that, that this is going to work.
I had to work on it, man. We 6 years apart. Met her at 18. She's 6 months removed from high school. Prettiest Mexican girl. I fell in love with the first moment I seen her. I'm 24. She had like $1,000 in the bank account. She had a brand new Toyota. She had good credit. I done fucked up all that in the first few months. I wasn't a bad person. I done crashed the car. I done drained the bank. I was just a knucklehead kid smoking weed every night with the homies and on some dumb shit. And to go from that to what we're doing today, I changed. Relationship changed. The homies in the neighborhood be like, Mike sold out. Mike don't come around no more. Mike funny. Mike
Self-sacrificing.
I lost a lot of my friends, bro, because I couldn't deal with. No disrespect, I couldn't deal with dumbass conversations no more. You know what I'm saying? You lose friends.
It didn't sit good in your computer. Everything that was going on inside your head was all prosperous, was all, lucrative, what you want to do in life. Yeah. So anything that they were, go ahead.
Yeah, no, but they say, like, a lot of times you got to die to yourself. I mean, that's a big thing. You die to yourself, and that's what it sounds like you were doing.
Yeah.
You just died to who you were to become who you are. And they say you do that like 3 times in your life.
That's wild.
And everything that they were saying was just confusion to the brain.
So before I went to GC's and I was in corporate, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm getting faded every night smoking weed. I'm talking about, like, I was the worst one. Like, we 16, 19 shots in. We wild. We crazy, right? We in the garage rapping and shit. We can't even rap. And the wife's a whole bunch of bullshit. It's Saturday. It's Friday. I'm fucked up. We pulling back up to Erbo's crib, and we're doing it all over again. My fucking kidney hurt now. We still doing it again Sunday. So then I went to Grant's, and I got broken of that. So when I came back, I went to go see my old homies. It was one of the most uncomfortable feelings I ever had. I was so, like, out of place. It was weird, awkward. I'm like, I don't fit in here. And I was a weird motherfucker that changed. And everyone knows I got a big ass mouth, if y'all can see now. I like to get attention. I'm a class clown. I got jokes on every fucking thing. And I went in and I'm trying to talk. One of the homies was like, hey man, you don't gotta press us. I said, excuse me? He said, man, you talking about the business you started your website? Like, Doc, Mike, kill that shit, bro. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear it. That shit made my Adam's apple swell up, bro. I walked out. Dan, we gotta go. I was so out of I was like, when I left that crib, I was like, damn, I'm really cold. Like, everything starts now. Like, I can't. It was weird, bro. Like, I was out. My wife, that same day, my wife caught me outside playing football with Vincent, and I'm in the back with the kids throwing the football. Everybody in the house acting crazy on some drink and freestyle, and I'm just in the back, 10 o'clock at night for the house party, and I'm by myself. It was crazy, bro. I was just out of my element. I was like, what the fuck happened to me and these people? And I changed.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I mean, especially when you come and we call from the streets,
right?
And I call this my computer. So if somebody, even now that I'm very in tune with business, if I'm hearing stuff that my computer don't want to take in,
you ain't fucking with it.
No, it make me feel weird.
No, we can't do that. Rich people can't have that. I'm not sure. I'm going back to court. My baby dad's like, you allergic to, like, I love you. I appreciate you. Right. Y'all human beings, but
I got a lot going on up here.
You know, so yeah.
What about for you?
Man, self-sacrifice, man. That's a big one for me, and it's a fun one. So, like, I didn't get to tell my story that much, right? But I like I said, man, like,
tell us more.
I'm a personal trainer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and I don't consider myself a personal trainer. Like I said before, I consider myself as a life changer.
That was the next question that we're going to go. Yes.
Right. But one thing that I have learned is this, right? I was 130, and my dream was to be a homicide detective. So after college, I was an athlete my whole life. I'm still an athlete, but I was an athlete my whole life. I played soccer my whole entire life. 130, 140 all the time. And after I played college, I hated school, bro. I fucking hated school.
It just wasn't for you.
It wasn't for me. Like, that's the reason why I didn't go pro. My grades, right? But I was skilled. I was great. I was good. Full ride scholarship. After that, went back to Arizona, and I started working at the prison as a correctional officer, right? So nice. I was basically, taking care of inmates, 400 inmates, 2 officers. There was always, like, riots, stabbings, fights.
You did bulk up a little bit.
No, that's the thing, though. That was my life change, though.
Wow.
Because I was there. It was right after college, bro. So then it was just 2 officers, one in the control room, one in the floor.
Oh,
right?
shit.
So doing the counts, doing everything, searching.
Something popped off.
Something popped off. You were the only one.
Right.
So, like, in my head, right, I was like, damn, like, dude, when is it gonna be me? because it was like one day after another one, there was an officer going to the hospital.
Eesh.
So like in my mind, I was like, you know, what is this motherfuckers gonna lose? They ain't gonna lose shit.
No.
They're already in here.
Right.
You know, they're gonna kill you.
Right.
Where else they're gonna go? Right. So is fear, right? Because you're risking your life every single day.
Right.
So I went into bodybuilding. Plus, I was going through a relationship 7 years, right? The girl went and dated a bigger guy than I was. So it hit me in my ego, it hit my emotions, it hit my mind, it hit everything, right? So I decided to go into bodybuilding, and bodybuilding fitness, right, was like my life change, right? Because I said, dude, bodybuilding, I gotta get big and I gotta look good. So that was like my answer for all the problems that I had, right? So going through the bodybuilding, going through the prep, going through the hard work, going through the discipline, gotta make the gym, gotta make the nutrition, can't be bullshitting. So I'm gonna leave it like this: self-sacrifice. One thing that I learned in one sentence is, for me, self-sacrifice is you have to give up who you are for who you're gonna become. You have to give up who you are for who you become.
Yeah.
So you gotta let go of who you are, what's stopping you, to get to where you wanna be. So like you gotta quit the bullshit. You gotta quit whatever the fuck you got going on, and you gotta fucking take it from the spirit, and you gotta fucking go.
And sometimes that's who you think you are to who you supposed to be.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of who you are for who you'll become.
Jacob, what'd you say? Bury yourself?
What's that?
What do you call you? Did you bury yourself? Or
Yeah, you gotta die
Die.
to yourself.
Yeah.
Die to
you gotta
I
lie
never
to
heard.
yourself.
I almost stole that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take it.
Die
Man.
to
Take
self.
it.
I'm gonna steal that shit. Act like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
funny.
You gotta
Right,
take
die
it.
to
That
self.
shit, that shit cold.
But you do, man. Like,
shit cold
and
stuff.
what's crazy about that is the worst habits that you have are the hardest ones to kill.
Yeah, they are.
Like they're the strongest.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So like you sometimes you think you buried yourself, you died to yourself already, and you still got a lot that you haven't died from. So you got to completely kill it.
Damn. That's
Or you
wild.
ain't gonna change
That's
at
wild.
all.
That's wild.
You know what I
Especially
mean?
when it, like attitude, you know what I mean. A lot of people
Yeah.
and when it comes to business and entrepreneurial, attitude is everything.
No, you got to be the most optimistic, most fucking just think everything's gonna be great. If you in an elevator, motherfuckers are like, man, what you smoking? I need some of that. You ain't even there yet.
Right.
That's what you got. How you doing? Great. How you doing this morning? Awesome. How? I ain't trying to be cheesy, but that's what I became.
Yeah, for sure.
The most optimistic motherfucker I've ever met.
100%.
Well, the thing is too, like, it's harder. The more successful you get, the bigger you get. All those bad, as you get, you'll gain more bad habits, right? But even be kind of more of a bad influence at times. It's hard to kill that because everybody's building you up.
I know.
We've seen this
Right.
with people.
No, that's
So
true.
everybody's building you up, and they're kissing your ass 24/7.
Yeah.
So you become godlike. You get this godlike complex.
Ain't nobody gonna call you on your bullshit.
And nobody, except for your friends.
Right.
All your friends do. You know what I mean? That's why you got to
I'm
keep.
telling you this because I love you.
That's why you got to keep your pack around.
Yeah.
Because that pack will be like, nah, man. Like,
But you do it
what
out
are
of
you
love
doing?
too, though. You do
Yeah.
it because you care. You want to see them succeed. You know what I
But
mean?
you still got to be humble enough to be like, hey, to listen to him.
Yeah.
Like, all right, this dude's gonna keep it real with me.
Yeah, I can
you know
take
what
it,
I mean?
man. I can take it. I ain't gonna fight you. I ain't gonna get stormed off.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I see what you're saying, man. Damn, I could work on that. You gotta be able to experience everything.
Right.
You can't be thinking you do the shit too much. Think you know every fucking thing. You dead after that.
Yeah.
Especially as you go on in life, you go on in life and something might, drastic might happen in your life and you might need somebody that's going to be able to tell you like, hey, you know what I mean? I see what's going on. It's time to redirect your thinking, or it's time to change your paradigm, shift your mind to where, you know what I mean? You
real
got to
talk.
get back on track.
Real talk.
So it's important that, the pack is strong.
That's why you got to keep that pack because they don't care about your money. They don't care about your status. They don't care about none
Right.
of that.
They care about
They
you.
just
They tell
love you.
straight out.
Yes, they just love
Yeah,
you.
they're gonna tell you straight
know what
out,
I
like,
mean?
boom, this is what it is.
They love you. They want you to succeed.
Yeah.
They want the best for you. They want you to win.
And you gotta stay like that. I really believe that because you can just become like this mindless. In a sense, you become a Baz again. You become a Baz, but you're a Baz in your own way.
And it's also hard. It's easy to get to be a negative influencer.
Yeah.
How you said that earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you could be on top of the world, and everybody see us, on top of the world, and then we.
And a lot of times,
but you see it happen all the time.
Right.
You see motherfuckers. Andy Ruiz, he won the championship, knocked out your man's. He shows up to the next fucking thing.
Right.
Like 50 pounds overweight.
Right.
Mike Tyson.
That's good. That's good.
Mike Tyson knocking
Good
out
analogy.
everybody, and he like not training. He doing cocaine and like.
Right. And we hear all these
And
stories.
nobody
Of
goes, yeah.
Yeah.
You hear about
but
shit.
everybody just keeps kissing his ass. They keep
Pumping
doing
that
it, like
ego.
building him up,
Pumping his-
building him up,
yes,
building his ego.
yes.
And nobody tells him, "Hey, dude, you're messing up."
Yeah, you fucking up, bro.
just
Stop the shit.
period. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And a lot of times they don't even want to listen because nobody's telling them that. So even one time they're like, "Screw you, I'll do what I want."
Yeah.
That's why you can't. It's still up to you to be humble enough
Yeah.
to listen. Like, all right, shut up. Listen to this dude.
Yeah.
Because you have no choice, man. Like, do you want to be some mindless fool or even have some crazy ego? Because at the end of the day, dude, all those people that are yes manning you, they're talking shit behind your back the whole time. It's always happening, dude. Like when you're at the top, dude, all the dudes are talking crap about you, dude.
Yeah.
Behind your back, like low key, they're gonna be like, "Oh, dude, you're the greatest," and then, hey,
That motherfucker ain't shit.
yeah.
You do what you do.
and so those are your friends, anyways. It doesn't matter.
But
if
they really
build
can't
you
do
up,
what you
dude.
do, though.
The hell.
Yeah.
do it.
No, but it's
No.
like they're building you up just because they want something from you.
Yeah.
Because
You know what
at
I
the
mean?
end of the day, they wouldn't be talking shit behind your back. They'd
Yeah.
be trying to get close to you and figure out how do I humble
I
myself.
don't talk shit. I don't hate on nobody, man.
Yeah.
Right.
I got energy.
You say it to their face if you have a problem with them. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
as
we don't gotta
simple as
fight.
that.
Let's sit down. We grown. We gonna hash it out, and we gonna fucking move on, and that's it. And if there's anything else that needs to be said, say it right now, because I'm reasonable, and
Right.
if you come correct, we gonna be okay.
Yeah, and that's how it should be.
And if I was wrong, I will admit I was fucking wrong.
That's good.
That's it, dude. Shit.
And that's good. I liked it when you said I don't hate on anybody. And a lot of people that come from where you come from and it's successful,
Yeah.
they want to see other people win. You know what I mean? That's why you have built a strong team. You said you got 100 employees plus.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because
I love to see people do good,
You want
man.
to see people win.
I'd love to see people do good, for real.
Okay, so I want to break it down a little bit now because we're running out of time. So I want to ask them some questions then real
Okay.
quick on this. So, Mike,
Yeah.
I want to break this down, talking about everything we've been talking about and everything building up.
Yeah.
I always want to ask, like, who is Mike Barron? Who are you as a person without the money, without the cars, without everything? Who are you?
No one's ever asked me that question like that. Listen. I got it ready though.
Butt ass naked. Who are you?
Dude, honestly, I'm Robin Hood. That's who I am. I've always been that. That's who I am.
That was good shit.
No,
Yes.
no, but I'm gonna tell you why though. So my purpose in life is to help those oft left behind. I love the single mom. I love the woman that got a CNA job, but she's going to the local college because she's going to become a nurse one day. I like the little homie that's ghetto as fuck, but he good with words and he got some ambition, but he doing some bullshit right now, but he knows that something's better and he got a kid on like. I don't give a fuck if you white, black, Mexican, orange, green. If you straight, I ain't tripping on all that. If you good people, I'll fuck with you. If you rich, I'll fuck with you. If you good people. So I'm Robin Hood. What's Robin Hood?
Takes from the rich, gives to the poor.
That right there. And I ain't trying to take from nobody. But I'm gonna take some information from some of these rich motherfuckers. I'm gonna give back to my fucking people. Watch people game though. So this is who I am. I got the VIP invite to Lamborghini. Mike, you were the first guest we called. I bought 6 cars for these motherfuckers the last year and a half, right? Quarters. It's a grand opening. They redid the showroom. I'm the VIP. So I go up in that bitch. I'm all dripped out, whatever the fuck. I'm talking my shit. I stand out like a sore thumb. They don't know if I'm a rapper, what the fuck I do. I got video guy following me and everything, right? Drink the champagne, hit the hors d'oeuvre, rub elbows with some really successful motherfuckers. Guess what I do? I find my way outside on some fucking street shit. Hey man, got a little fucking Camel Crush, we talking shit. I'll buy cigarettes, but I'm smoke, went on some street shit. Guess what I do? I end up out there with the valet parkers. Sir, nice car, sir. I get my ego. Hey man, you think my car nice? Oh yeah. Hey, I got the best car in this whole shit. My STO, my page all 16 Gs, right? So now I'm talking to them. I'm in communication now. It's 3 dudes. Wow, I would love to do what you guys do. I said, listen, come here, man. All 3 of y'all motherfuckers, come over here. They're like 23, 22. I said, let me help you understand something. Don't ever let don't ever let a motherfucker feel more senior than you. Don't ever fucking put yourself below. These motherfuckers ain't this and that. These cats ain't better than you. They ain't better than us. So now it ain't, they parking guys, they ain't better than us. Mm-hmm. But what I did was make a decision, and I talk my shit. I'm so weird like that, bro.
No, you just teaching.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great.
I
You just
love
teaching.
that.
You teaching. You pouring in.
Homie.
You pouring in.
I got a little brother 7 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother led the sitting tackles. He ain't as big as me, but he's strong. He like 5'9". He led the sitting tackles. We 7 years apart. I told these cats, be kind, be nice, take care of people. Don't ever let nobody fucking take advantage of you. Don't ever let nobody disrespect you. I instill that. So they'd be around, and some of the older kids would try to fuck with them. Hey, Mark, call your brother, and I go rescue them. And sometimes I gotta go talk it out. I can't fight everybody, but I was always the cat. I'm for the underdog. I got a chip on my shoulder.
Yes.
I'm in Lamborghini still deep down inside, but like I know I don't belong here, but now I'm dominating.
Yes.
And y'all gonna have to deal with me,
Yes.
and I'm gonna be so fucking nice and professional and kind and friendly. I'm gonna bring you a gift when it's.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm hopefully I could be a vessel and a voice for the single mom, for the homie, like.
Building.
That's
I
who I
love
am,
that,
man.
dude.
Building.
I love
Yes,
that.
sir.
That is
Yes,
badass,
sir.
dude.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's it,
sir.
man. I feel a little weird now. I feel a little spiritual. Shit.
So I'm gonna ask you now. Okay, Miguel.
Yeah.
Same thing, man. So, who is Miguel de la Rosa? Without anything, without money, cars,
Yeah.
any of that, dude. Like,
Right.
if you had no muscles,
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Who
right.
are you?
Man, I'm gonna put it like this, man. I feel like since day one, I'm a server. I like to serve others.
Mm-hmm.
Serve people. And I always stand for serving others, helping other people change their life. And like me serving is it makes me happy. It fills my heart, man. Like my dad comes from like a small town in Mexico City, a little bit like on the outskirts. And dude, out of my whole entire brothers and sisters, I'm probably the most successful, you know, and I keep it humble.
That's
You know what I mean?
right,
Like I keep it humble, but at the same time I keep it real.
Yeah.
You know, because I've done my work. And every time I go to my hometown, dude, it's a party. You know, they love when I go, and the reason they love when I go is because I pull out, I go and I go with a stack of ones, right? And I start giving them out to the kids, giving them out to everybody, to my uncles. My uncles will be like, "Hey, when are you coming?" "Oh, I'm coming next month."
Yes.
"Hey, bring me a little tennis shoes and like a little pair of jeans." And bro, I go in there, I serve. I serve. So for me, man, is like, yeah, money is important. Yeah, money's a tool. Yeah, but for me, it's just serving and giving to others. Even though they take advantage of me, I don't give a fuck. I'll still serve. I'll still be a nice person. I'll still be there for you.
Right.
So I'm a server, man. I'm a server.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
love that,
yes.
man. Jesus served.
Can you buy me dinner tonight,
I
please?
mean,
I want to see ribeye.
Done.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
So, all right, wrapping up. So, okay.
House of a Bass. We had our special guest tonight. Thank you for coming.
House of a Bass. Thank you guys for coming.
Go, baby.
I'm Ronnie Adams.
I'm Jacob Casas, and we out.
Wow.